The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now it's Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Back deep, Ray McLeod.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
And here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now a play fake. Lance. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. McCaffrey running up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with... And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Ball security is paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Keep on first. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Second and 4. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On play action, Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd down at 7. The Lance going to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And Lance now to throw. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Herbert now.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. That's complete right around the 8. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, Herbert. Touchdown!
Mike Williams.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing on second and long. Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 82 yards. And the 49ers are once again back in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert on 1st down now. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So we've hit halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now they'll throw with Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Jordan. From 4 yards out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, they'll find Everett there, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally drop a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Off of play action, and here's Lance.
This will be caught at Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him another one right back to Allen.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the 49er hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting.
Touchdown! George Kittle, 32 yards. And the Niners are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a while.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his big tight end here. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Herbert throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Lance looks to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first down. Touchdown 49ers! Juwan Jennings. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra. Lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 42. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a
It's Week 11.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona. He's got McBride here over the middle.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Tarvarius Moore
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now this game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team. Home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona and the Hand of God goal in 1986. Look it up, kids. This is the final of 5 international games for 2022, as well as the 5th time a regular season game has been held here. The Cards and Niners actually played in the first of those games back in 2005, a 31-14 Arizona victory in front of an announced crowd of over 103,000.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 8 catches, 130 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus on.
This one complete, Lance to Kittle, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 1st down, Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll work down inside the 45. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 16 carries, 63 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 37 yards. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. Off of play action, and here's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete. All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's complete to John Ross.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action, now it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers have taken the lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
So out now come the Cardinals.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Here's Murray from midfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
They'll run here with Connor, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it'll be Connor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Cards are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Drake Jackson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 2nd and goal. Murray looking for the out route, and he's got more. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Murray now to throw. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Prater for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed it. It helped force the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Murray now on 1st down. To Connor on the check down. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Murray complete on the quick throw to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Connor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
Once again, it's Connor. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll look to run with Connor. And this time he is in. James Conner, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. McCaffrey running up the middle. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now in Mexico City. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Desperation time here. Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Murray now on 1st down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Murray.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially...
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll run with McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey.
the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. They'll get that one complete to Connor. No gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Murray to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Prater's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Lance back to throw. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they just likely won this thing in regulation.
Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much.
push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
McLeod to return it. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So Dalton now. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Kamara up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 72 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22. After 1-7-0 on the ace. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Again, McCaffrey.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 60.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Dalton here from the gun. Complete. It's Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's McLeod on the return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball. So they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Lance now on first down.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Johnson's got it complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Dalton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Take it at the 37. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they can still come away with points here in the late going. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Lance looks to throw again. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
Lance now on 1st down.
That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton, and Thomas has it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And Dalton to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Dalton's throw caught by Olave. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Dalton.
The pass caught by Olave. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about...
He's got him in, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 37 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Dalton, 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And down to the 36-yard line here. Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show them what they're going to the challenge.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. Room here to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of have this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.